when someone uploads a tactic to the FM website claiming they guarantee survival for newly promoted teams playing a 3-4-3, I'm going to have to check it out and I'll be the decider if it guarantees survival. Hey everyone, it's Andrew here, The Gibb Show on FMSCOUT, and before we get going, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, please drop a like on this video, please subscribe to the FMSCOUT channel, and if you enjoy listening to me talk about tactics, wonderkids, or even if you want to see my let's play where we're trying to win the Spanish title with FC Andorra, please go into the description, click on my channel, give us a subscribe, it means a lot. Thank you in advance for that. It doesn't cost anything, it's free, and at this point when you're paying millions of pounds for gas and electric, who doesn't want things that are free? So today I'm testing a tactic uploaded by Lohse123 on the FMSCOUT site. The link will be down below. Now in the description he says it guarantees survival, which if you win promotion in any division, that first season's always the toughest, isn't it? Can you stay up? Can you attract the signings to make your team better? Are the players you got good enough? So for someone to claim in the description, it says this tactic will guarantee you survival, I thought I'll be the judge of that. So what we're going to do today, we've tested it with the team predicted to finish 20th in the 5 big divisions. We'll run it through, no touching it. So if you go on the Lohse's description for the tactic, he mentions things like in the big games, in the Premier League against like United, City, Liverpool, you drop to balance rather than the positive that it starts on. There's little things like maybe you can take off the counter press to be a bit more solid. Maybe if you're getting pressed with a 3 in the back system, to take off the play the ball at defence. So there's little things in game you can do to tweak this to maybe give you a better chance. But we want to run it through a tester with these 5 teams and see how it goes. And here is the tactic. It is a 3-4-3 system, or 3-4-1-2, however you want to label it. We've got wide centre backs, we've got wing backs, deep line playmaker, a shallow striker, of course an advanced forward, and a target forward. Looking at it, I can't see anything massively like that I would disagree with. So you've got the wing back going down the right on attack. He's going to provide the crosses for the advanced forward and even the target forward. And because he's on support, him dropping deeper leaves a space for the SS to run through the middle. You've got the deep line playmaker dropping into this sort of hole to provide that little option for the centre backs and the wing back. The ball winning midfield is a role that I'm always reluctant to use because it's got tackle harder, and his aim is to win the ball back high up the pitch and sort of provide support. So it's not quite as defensive a role as you might imagine. And having that wing back on attack, I just wonder if there's a little gap there to be exposed, possibly. So let's go through the instructions player by player in case you can't download it. The download link will be in the description for Lohse's tactic. Sweeper keeper on defend, wide centre back on the right on pass it shorter, take fewer risks, cross less often, and dribble less. So it's all about sort of keeping possession. Ball playing defender on defend, wide centre back on the left with the same instructions. If you're not sure how to add these instructions, when you click on the player, you've got the little edit button there, and you can change things. It's all dependent on the position, what you change and what you can't. The ones in there that are sort of not as prominent without the white cog, they are sort of deep coded into the position. Then we've added these ones here. Wing back on attack with stay wider, wing back on support with cross more often, cross from byline, dribble more and stay wider. So what he's doing there, he's telling that wing back, defensively, your starting position is lower, but I want you to get to the byline and cross more often and dribble more and stay wider. So it's kind of like a wing back on attack, which is a deeper starting position. Deep line playmaker on defend, ball winning midfielder on support, the shallow striker, the target forward on support with move into channels, tackle harder and mark tighter. The marking the channels is interesting. Usually I think they're kind of the big men that aren't as mobile. And the advanced forward on attack with shoot more often. As Lohse says, we're playing on a positive mentality. He's playing fairly narrow, just trying to keep it all condensed. That's if you're a poorer team, you don't want to be giving teams a lot of space in between your players. pass the ball into space, playing the ball out of defence, much shorter passing directness and much higher tempo, which is something I think is quite meta in the match engine. I've played this down in tier 6 of Scotland on my Twitch, link below, and even players who aren't that good, they don't give the ball away as much as you'd think with the much higher tempo. Working the ball into the box, we are being more expressive. In transition, it's counter press and counter with distribute to the centre backs. You mean you've got 3 of them, so why not? And as I said, if you're getting pressed, take this off, maybe like throw it long, distribute quicker, just to stop the opposition from penning you in. Out of possession, we're using an offside trap, which will push that higher defensive line up just a tad, not quite as high as the much higher, but higher than the standard. Higher line of engagement, we are trigger pressing more often, which is you don't want them rushing in to the max and getting pulled out of position. We're preventing short goalkeeper distribution, and we are playing a standard width. Now I also mentioned in the comments not to play it force them outside, because that's where the gaps are behind those fullback, the wing backs. You don't want to be encouraging that, so he's kept on standard. So you'll see up here on the top right, we're going to run this with Norwich, Clermont in France, Greuther Fürth in Germany, Salernitana in Serie A, and Mallorca in La Liga. All 5 of those are predicted to finish dead last in their league. Now, if Lohse's claim is correct, they'll all stay up and none of us will get sacked. I'm going to show you some highlights, how the tactic plays, and we'll come back with the results. Roll that video. Let's start things off in the Premier League with Norwich, and straight away it's 1-for-1. Norwich finished 15th in the Premier League. 38 points, 6 points off the drop. That's all that matters, isn't it? There we go, proof of the much higher passing tempo. Norwich finished 7th with 89% pass completion, which is excellent when you think when you do that sort of much a higher tempo with not a good team, you'd expect them to lose the ball, but they didn't. Finished 8th in possession with 51% for a newly promoted team is fantastic. Goal scoring wise, they did finish with the joint 3rd worst attack in the Premier League, but defensively, 8 teams worse than Norwich. So it didn't do that bad at all, especially when you're just trying to survive as well. 16th in XG, this isn't brilliant, is it? Chances created, 12th, not bad. If you look at general performance compared to the rest of the Premier League, slightly down on goals per game. Pass completion ratio, shots on target ratio is decent. Yeah, it's the shots per game and the goals per game that are not doing great there. Defensively, good tackles won, good amount of clearances, good amount of blocks. Like defensively, pretty solid. So we'll take that from Norwich, 1 from 1. Now we're talking Clermont Test, 8th in Ligue 1. 4 points off Europe, 4 points off Lyon. Finished above Lohse and Etienne. 8th for points per game, 8th for the most shots in the league, and 4th for pass completion. Joint 4th with Monaco for the most clean sheets, 13 clean sheets. Joint 6th for goals, few shots against, fantastic. And joint 5th, 44 goals conceded is wonderful. So 56 goals, I mean it's nearly half of what PSG managed, but it's up there with your Montpellier's, Lyon's, Monaco. Really, really good finish with a positive goal difference as well. Only 44 conceded. You've got Monaco, Lens, Marseille 37. It's not far away from the big boys at all. Lovely, lovely pass map. Like, that's beautiful. It's getting down the wings, getting inside, and then you've got, obviously, there's always fewer passes to the forwards. That's to be expected. but a fantastic performance from Clermont. 17 goals for Mohamed Bayo, the top scorer. He's the advanced forward. If you can finish 8th for Clermont in Ligue 1, tremendous. Now, I've done a few tests with Greuther Fürth in the past, and I always get sacked. So for Greuther Fürth to finish 7th in the Bundesliga, 7th. Wolfsburg, Hoffenheim, Cologne, Hertha Berlin, all falling at the feet of Greuther. What an amazing performance. 14 wins, 15 defeats, a negative goal difference, but 7th. Middle of the pack for goals scored, middle of the pack for goals against. You can see a trend here, pass completion in the 90% for a team predicted to finish bottom. Joint 4th of most clean sheets, 4th for possession. Another nice pass map, being played a bit more narrow there, but that could do with the opposition, a lot of it going down the right. Again, lovely little triangles in there. You can see the DLP. He's the one that provides that little outlet for the centre backs. And then you can push it on to either the SS or the ball within the midfielder. Attacking wise, we're kind of on trend with the rest of the league, aren't they? Like 1.21 goals per game, 10 dribbles, higher pass completion, 21 goals for Havard Nielsen, playing as the advanced forward. That's an incredible season for Greuther Fürth. We're free for free. In real life, Salernitana have 16 points in Serie A. They are rock bottom. They are 9 points from safety as it stands at time of recording. Can this tactic make it 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 4 at the moment? Salernitana are 12th in Serie A, 54 points. They would snatch your hand off for that in real life. 15 wins, 14 defeats, 60 goals for, 46 against, 54 points, way miles away from relegation. 8th for shots for, 4th for pass completion, kind of expected it now. 6th for goals, 5th for most possession, 53%, it's fantastic. And Federico Bonazzoli, for the team predicted to finish dead last, is the second highest goal scorer in Serie A, behind the man who is inevitable, Ciro Immobile. They conceded around the 1, shots 12, pass completion is excellent. This is like, to do this with Salernitana, it shows it's a really solid tactic. Can we make it 5 out of 5? Can we get the clean sweep with Mallorca? Yes we can! 13th place in La Liga. What, that 9 points ahead of the relegation zone? Fantastic. 12 wins, 16 defeats, -6 goal difference, but that doesn't matter. You have survived the season in La Liga. Now, when I was doing my Andorra save, well, link below, our first season in La Liga, we scraped it on the final day of the season. And I think I'm pretty decent at this game. Obviously not. Mallorca, the first team to feature in the tackles won, second in tackles won. 8th for clean sheets. First team that's not been in the possession or the pass completion. But again, all the general stats all around what the other teams are doing. And that's all you need to do is be an average La Liga team. And you can find success. And you start building, and you start growing, and you become better. And I think this tactic, the way it's set up, you can build on this without changing much. Like a better DLP, a good shadow striker, like better forwards, good wing backs, solid defence. You don't need to change much to start becoming a good team and start like playing on positive all the time. All the instructions you would use for a mid-table team, for a European chasing team. And I think that's what's going to give you a lot of success. So there we go, Lohse's 3-4-1-2, his tactic where he guaranteed survival, and he was right all the way through. 5 out of 5, all 5 teams stayed up. All 5 teams did probably better than you would expect them to do, even starting at 20th, to get like 8s and mid-tables and Salernitana. Go and give this tactic a download if you want to test it out yourself, if you want to see how you get on with your newly promoted team. But he's done exactly what it says on the tin. Fair play to Lohse for this. So if you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. Let me know in the comments whether what you do to guarantee survival. What's your moves? What's your go-to formations, styles to guarantee you stay up in that first season? Please subscribe to the FMSCOUT YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel, The Gibbs Show. It means a lot more stuff like this on there. And yeah, until next time, from me, Andrew, thanks for watching. Bye for now.